Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 28th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's gonna open in about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Just got a few things here to update. And we should be good to go. All right, looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, link is sent out. And it looks like we are good to go. So let me mark up liquidity over here real quick. All right, back down to the 1 minute. And it looks like we are good to go. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 28th. We have liquidity marked up over here, 41,359, and the lower level right here at 41,304. Those are the two closest levels of liquidity to current price. Volatility is pretty normal right now. It's currently at 8 ATR. We got market opening up in about 2 minutes. And looking over here, so yesterday's 100-point move was it didn't actually hit. So it didn't actually get to its price point. So I mean technically it's still running, I believe. It's technically still running, and then if you got closed out, because I got closed out at a partial negative yesterday, but because you can't hold overnight with futures, it was like a slight loss. Today, I'm looking again for another sell. Market's going to open up in about 40 seconds. So looking at the fundamentals and technicals over here, I'm going to be looking for another sell for 100 points. So we'll see here if this finally continues through and it actually pushes. We'll have to see what happens here. Market's just very slow. Volatility is very low. And yeah, the 100 points didn't get pushed yesterday. It didn't get pushed to stop loss and it didn't get pushed to TP. It got really close to TP, but not exactly to that exact position. So we'll see how the market plays through today. But I will be looking for a sell. Market's going to open up in about 10 seconds. We've got market opening up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Market is now open. Looking for a sell here. So let's see. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. So this is going to be at 23. And this is going to be at 23 out here. All right, so I'll come back and take a look at this later. That's the 100-point move that I'm looking for today. Again, it's not an official strategy. It's just something that I'm testing on the Top Step account if it's something that I can run. It's just not, it's nothing that I can really, it's not a set in stone type strategy because I don't have any criteria that I'm going to be following. Looking over here at our main chart, so I have opening price marked up right there. Let me check the news calendar real quick to see the news for today. So there's news at 4 o'clock. It was low impact, and we have more news at 7:30, which is the normal gas stock change. So we had some low impact news here at 4 o'clock, I believe. There we go. We have gas stock change over here at 7:30. So the first level of liquidity right here just got hit, guys. Looks like price is trying to push through again right here. If we get this buy signal here, I'll be looking for a momentum pullback, market flow entry. You can look for momentum pullback scalp if that's what you're looking for. It's kind of similar to what we're looking for with market flow, but I'll be looking for some market flow entries here once we have that buy signal. So I'm looking for this buy signal here to close first. And once it does close, I'll be looking for some possible opportunity for entry. So no buy signal here yet. We've got a pending buy signal on this current candle. Let's see. We don't really have much of a range here yet either. We sort of do between the 350 and the 300 down here. So I'll just mark that up for now so that you guys can see. So we got 350 right here. And we got the 300 down here. Otherwise, not really much direction here again. So the 100-point move is running in profit right now, as you guys can see. But it's got a long way to go. So I'll come back and take a look at this a little later. But as you guys can see, it is currently running in profit.
Connection lost.
Issue with my, okay. I had a short connection issue with NinjaTrader. If you guys heard that in the background, it's a connection loss. All right, so we have liquidity down here that just got hit, guys. If you guys are looking for entry for the sell, looks like the liquidity down here just got hit. First level got hit for full TP, and the second level right there. So both right there just got hit. First level right there, second level right there. My 100-point move is running right here in profit. And this market's kind of random right now with these spikes in price. Let me check CNBC, see if there's any updates. It's not really too much. I know there's earnings being released this week. So Nvidia earnings, not sure if they got released already, but so Abercrombie Nordstrom box. Stocks making the biggest pre-market moves. None of these are like any of the ones that we're looking at take though. You know, my NinjaTrader is frozen, guys. I don't know if your guys' NinjaTrader is having issues. I'm gonna log out and log back into it. My NinjaTrader just looked frozen for a second there. I also had a connection lost a few moments ago too. All right, so we got price coming back up right here. I'm not looking for any market flow entries here yet. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my NinjaTrader, guys, but it's not really. Let me try to log back into my account. Okay, never mind. It's back to normal. I said log in, log back out. So if you guys ever get an error on your NinjaTrader, I always recommend that you guys log out and log back in. Because right now I had an error where it said connection issue, and then it just looked frozen. And I logged out, logged back in, it still looked frozen, but then I logged back into my NinjaTrader account, my actual personal account, and then now it's back to working. So just if you guys ever get any issues, like you guys have some sort of error message, just log out, log back in, because the last thing you want to do is enter a position and then your NinjaTrader is not loading, and then you don't even realize that your position's running or if it hasn't closed out. Yeah, CJ said his froze too. Weird. Weird. It's weird market today, seems like in general. All right, so my 100-point move is almost at its TP. Drop down a little more. So there's no market flow entries here yet, guys. I mean, technically, I guess this could have been a market flow entry, but again, I'm looking for a new momentum signal to come up. So I was looking for that buy signal to come up, then a possible sell signal for me to continue riding it down further. I'm going to stick to my game plan. So if you guys remembered yesterday, I talked about how I'm going to take one entry per momentum because I got to minimize my trades, guys. I'm taking way too many trades and the commissions are eating into my profits. So for this month of August so far, I'm currently in profit about 2 net wins, but I paid so much in commissions that I'm in negative actually. I'm like below break even slightly. So I need to be a lot smarter about my positions because I just end up paying so much in fees that I don't even end up in profit at the end of the month. Given that this is like, these are the most trades I've ever taken all year in 1 month. So I've taken almost 60 trades this month in August. It's not good. I'm usually taking like maybe 20 trades or less. But yeah, this month I've taken way too many trades with these market flow entries. The trades are good and they're hitting, but the more trades you take, the more you pay in commissions and fees. So it's got to take it easy and try to stick to like, 1 or 2 good entries a day versus 5 or 10 entries, which is what we've been doing. I think there was one day where I took 10 entries, which is crazy. I've never taken that many entries ever, I don't think. Because these market flow entries, they just happen too quickly. They happen too quickly, and then you just end up taking them too fast, and then it just ends up being a downward spiral from there. I guess it would fall under over trading. All right, so we have this buy signal here that's currently pending. Again, I'm looking for that buy signal to close. There's a possible market flow setup right here, but I'm not going to take it. Like I said, I'm waiting for 1 entry per momentum. We had a sell signal here come up earlier, and it already gave an entry right here pre-market. So that's why I'm not using the sell signal here for any entry. I'm waiting for another one to come up. So I'm looking for a buy signal here first to confirm the retracement or confirm the reversal. And then after that, I'll be looking for the sell signals for the continuation to the downside. So I'm looking for the retracement and continuation back down. Or I'm looking for the full-on reversal back to the upside. Doesn't matter. Here's a clean chart, as you guys can see. It's not really moving too smoothly at all. I'll draw another zone, another level down here at the 50 mark. So it kind of looks like the market yesterday. If you guys remembered yesterday, there was 2 different ranges. We had a lower range, we had an upper range. Right here again, price started with the upper range, came back down lower, and now it's down at the lower range. The ATR is currently 20 right now, so it's not very high. It's just what we would consider normal. Perfect. Buy signal here just closed. We got more liquidity up here. All right, we got price kind of pushing up right here now. There was a possible market flow that came up on this candle for a buy, but it was right at the sessions. So I'll be waiting for another one. It's right at the sessions and opening price. So not exactly the area we want to be looking for some trades. It's considered a red flag, of course. This will probably hit, but again, it's at a red flag, two red flags actually. We have the Asia low right here, and we have opening price, the blue line. So not exactly a market flow that I recommend taking. All right, let's see what we get over here. So I need this to climb up a bit higher. I need to climb up, retrace, continue up higher. Or if that doesn't happen, I'll look for it to swing back down and provide entry down here. But we got a buy signal here, so I mean, technically, if you're looking for entry, it'd be for a buy right now, but not taking anything in this specific area because of the red flags. See, CJ said it's a high-low momentum too, but the red flags are messing things up. Yeah, I agree. It's right in between all these red flags right here. So if price comes back down, that's fine. So we start looking for some sells. If price pushes up higher, that's fine. We can start looking for some buys. The next red flag is going to be up here where all the liquidity sitting. Like the next two. Looks like the New York high right here is in place, and then the London high is up here as well. So it looks like we might get a sell signal here. If we get that sell signal, I'll be looking for some possible market flows to the downside. And it's crazy how the volatility is so low that we can't even get a 100-point move here. I mean, price is moving, but it's not 100 point. Like 100 points shouldn't be a lot, right? It shouldn't be a huge move. Typically, market moves that much, on the open. But lately, it's just been going pretty flat. Like I think the entry from yesterday. Yesterday was what, Tuesday? Yeah, so the entry from yesterday is still running. Yeah. So the entry from yesterday is still running, guys. If you guys took it on on a non-futures account, on an indices account. Because futures it closes out early, so I had to pull out like right here, like for like half loss, which is okay. I actually didn't even pull out, like the broker just closed me out manually because they automatically clear your positions by the end of the day. So this is how you can see there's no volatility in the market. Yesterday, price didn't even move 100 points in either direction. Like that's crazy, right? I mean, it's all good. It's all good. That's the point of that position, and just supposed to let it run. All right, so the volatility here is getting lower. ATR earlier was at 2022. It's now at 19. So see what happens here. All right, if price climbs up, we might be able to look for another opportunity for a buy here. Not available yet, but we'll see. Sell signal still hasn't come up yet, so still looking in both directions. Just got to be patient, and I can't wait for this summer market to be over with. Not for long. September 1st is next Monday. Again, guys, a reminder, if you guys are not familiar with the US holidays, next Monday is a Labor Day. I know I forgot myself. So market's going to be closed next Monday, no trading. But next week is going to be NFP, so just keep that in mind. Expect some increased volatility. All right, so we got price pushing up a little more. The pivots haven't crossed above the sessions yet though, so no opportunity for entries here at the moment. But if it does continue to climb up higher, this is what I'm going to be looking for: push up, retrace, climb up higher. Target's going to be right here, the sessions. Also liquidity. So we got liquidity and the sessions up here. Again, I need price to retrace back down a little bit though. So probably not on this candle, maybe on the next one. All right, let's see if this here ends up continuing up higher. I need price to actually climb up a little bit. It can't pull back yet because it's going to be close to the sessions down here. Like I was hoping it'd close up here and maybe retrace down a little bit and then come back up. But I need it to push up because you can see here that the pivots are not moving, right? Pivots are staying down there until there's some opportunity. So there may be a possible opportunity right here for a market flow entry if it swings back up. So I'll kind of watch over here. So it's got 35 seconds left on the candle. Got 25 seconds left on the candle. The only problem here, so I'm not going to take the entry. It's touching the sessions. It wouldn't matter because it's not going to fill. Or actually, looks like it would have filled right there. Would have filled at the very last second. That looks like it's about to hit too. I'll look for the next opportunity here. The pivots are now finally pushing above. So I'll be watching for here, possibly on this next candle. Need to pull back down a little more. All right, so probably not on this one here. Maybe on the next one following it. It's getting closer to the sessions up here though. Let it retrace down a little bit. Too late. All right, so I don't think there's going to be any opportunity for entries here, guys. It's climbing up a little too high. At this point, it's going to be getting to the session, so not really going to be much opportunity there. If you wanted to take it as a levels entry, this was a levels entry right here as well. So the one that I was trying to take was right here. Missed it because it was touching the sessions. This one over here didn't come down far enough. And then this one over here was a levels entry. If you guys wanted to take it as a levels entry. However, right now it's a little too close to the sessions up there. It's getting a little too far up. So if we get a retracement here, possible opportunity. But if not, then I'll just look for the next opportunity to come up after. We don't have any news until like 7:30, a little later. Okay, there you go. There you go, John. All right, so the first target right here got hit. It's pushing up higher. It's climbing up to the next target. So both of the targets here got hit. All the liquidity here got hit. And then both of the sessions right here got hit as well. So we had the London high right there, and then we had the New York high right here. There he goes. Price bounces off the sessions. One of two things are going to happen here now. Price is either going to bounce off here and come back down to the opening price, or it'll break above and continue climbing from there. Yeah, no problem, John. Morning, Maria. All right, so looking at this here, price is currently at the there's actually a bunch of sessions up here where all the sessions were sitting. All right, so price is climbing up higher actually. This momentum here is pretty much done, guys. So I got to look for the retracement next. So I got to look for the sell signal for price to retrace back down and then look for the continuation back up higher. Looks like the 100-point move is probably going to hit stop loss today, which is fine. So that'll set us at one loss and one win for the week so far. Basically break even for the 100-point move. All right, so the 100-point move won on Monday, and then yesterday was like a partial loss, and then today was a full loss. So basically break even for the week so far for the 100-point move. The thing with the 100-point move, guys, is that it's not supposed to be a very profitable, it's not supposed to be a very losing strategy. It's supposed to be slightly profitable. So from my testing over the past couple of months, the 100-point move is supposed to yield a net +1 or +2 per week. So just keep that in mind if you guys are taking that bigger move. It's a low win rate strategy, but it's catered to the lower risk trader. So like if you're looking to just have 1 or 2 net wins per week with higher volume, or not higher volume, but a higher contract size, then it will yield you basically 1 or 2 wins. So for example, if that's a once a day type strategy and you're risking, let's see. So say, for example, you're taking it with like a 10 contracts, or not even 10, maybe higher, like 15 contract size times 5 times 100. That's 7,500 per trade. So like, for example, if you have 1 net win per week, this is how much you're looking to make, right? You're going to have a back and forth. It's going to be up 7,000, down 7,000, etc. But then at the end of the week, you should be in profit. So it's not the type of strategy where you have like a bunch of back-to-back wins. Sometimes you will have some back-to-back wins like that, but it's a breakout strategy that happens once a day for 100 points. So depending on what your contract size is, it's one of those strategies where you have a winning day, losing day, winning day, losing day, and then a winning day on Friday. You end up in net positive for the week. So just keep that in mind if you guys are thinking about taking that 100-point move. For me, I'm testing it on my Top Step account, so I'm only taking a 3 contract. So I only lost like 1,500 on that. Made 1,500 on Monday. Slight loss yesterday, a couple $100, and then today negative 1,500. So I'm basically at break even for the week so far. We had 2 more trading days where I can take the 100-point move. So with that said, we'll probably win the trade tomorrow, be back at slight profit, and then hopefully Friday will be another win. And then from there, it'll be another profit as well. But I'm only taking 3 contracts. So for me, my risk is 3 times 5 times 100, which is 1,500 per trade. So I'm either up 1,500 or I'm down. If the strategy plays out really well, then I'll obviously max out my accounts on Top Step and I'll just add it to my copier, since there's lower contract sizes. But all right, there's no entries here for my official scalp entries. There's no market flow entries that we took today. There was a couple that came up, but none that we actually took. So as you guys can see over here, this was the only entry that came up. I didn't take it because of the sessions right here. I should have taken it. I was getting ready to take it, but it didn't actually fill until like the very last second. So we had the buy signal here. The entry already came up. Now we're looking for the retracement. And then if it retraces, we'll look for the continuation. Otherwise, if it reverses back to the downside, we'll be looking for some sells there. So we'll see where this goes. But right now, there's no entries for me to take here because we already had the buy signal here used. I'm taking 1 entry per momentum signal. And reason for that is because I'm looking to take less trades. It's got to focus on less trades. I got to go back to what we were doing before, 1 good trade a day and be done with it. because yeah, I can't keep taking so many trades. It's the risk is just a little too high. So, with that said, I might even depending on how the market's moving, I might even just increase my contract size. Right now I'm taking a 7 contract. I might even just double that, take a 14 contract, even a 13 contract. Let me see what the risk is on that. So right now, currently on all of my accounts, each of my personal accounts and Apex accounts, I'm taking 7 contracts, 7 times 5 times 15. So this is my risk. It's not very much. I'm risking about $500 per trade. Um, if I'm going to just focus on one good trade a day, then I can probably increase that to maybe, see, 13 times 5 times 15. Either 13 contracts or even 14. Yeah, probably 14. But we'll keep this. I'll do this when the market when it's actually moving smooth. Right now, I'm not going to increase my contract size. This type of market isn't the best type of market to trade in anyways. So there's no need for me to increase my contract size. But if I'm going to focus on one good trade a day, like we've done in the past, I'll probably just increase my contract size. So if I win a trade, I'll be up 1,000. If I lose a trade, I'll be down 1,000. There's no need to have this back and forth because I've been having a lot of back and forth lately. If you guys have been, obviously, you guys have been trading with me. I've had some times where I'll win a trade and then I'll lose a trade. I'll end up at break even, but it's not really break even because I end up paying, you know, um, extra in fees. So yeah, it's not exactly break even, which makes it super annoying. All right, so we got a pending sell signal right here. Looking for that sell signal to close. So once this sell signal closes over here, I'll be looking for this here to swing below for reversal. If it doesn't swing below, I'll look for that buy signal to come up after it, and then I'll look for it to swing back up for continuation. But yeah, back to what I was saying with my trades, I think we should just stick to like one good trade a day with regard to our scalps, because that's going to make all the difference. If we could just focus on really one good trade, like we did before. The problem with these market flow entries is that they come up so often that it's really hard to pick out what's a really good trade because I don't have any criteria for it. It's kind of just looking for the swings. Now that I've incorporated the momentum signals, it does make a lot more sense to just, obviously focus on that one good trade. There was a high-low scalp that came up right here, if anybody caught that. High-low scalp that came up right here. This is another strategy that's been hitting lately, but because of the tight TP stop loss, it's kind of tricky to take the trade. I think if you were to take it, you'd have to use something like, see, the 15-15 here won't necessarily work every time. You might have to use a 10-30 like we've done in the past because the drawdown eats into your trade. So the high-low scalps are hitting, but you would have to use a 10-30 split or use something with a wider stop loss. The 15-15 is not going to work because price tends to consolidate for a while before it actually pushes through. Sometimes it goes directly through, but for the most part, a lot of consolidation happens. So we have a sell signal right here, guys. I'm now looking for price to either do one of two things, either reverse back to the downside or look for the buy signal to come up and look for the continuation back up. So we don't have anything here yet. I think ideally I'd probably want to see a buy signal come up, but we'll see if that's the case here. Yeah, Juice, I think the buy is way better. I agree. Let's take a look at retail sentiment. Retail sentiment is currently 80% short. This indicates that 80% of retail traders are currently selling right now, so you typically want to do the opposite and buy. So ideally, yeah, I'd prefer to take a buy here, of course. We need to just get that buy signal. Once we get the buy signal up, look for some opportunities there. Let's see, Oscar said he caught a short off the 656 candle. Nice. So this right here is a V1 variation. I didn't even see that. I didn't notice it right now. There's a V1 variation right here. It's a reversal pattern, double body rejection off a higher high. And you guys know what happens when that shows up, right? Typically reversal back to the downside. So the reversal happened right here. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hold. So the reversal already happened right here, or the retracement. Now that price is down here, one of two things are going to happen. It's either going to continue climbing down or it's going to swing back up. Looks like, what I see here is the price is probably going to swing back up and it's going to consolidate within this range right here between the 450 and the 400. I mean, that's just typically what we've been seeing lately. It's just the type of market we're currently in. So let me go ahead and change the structure up here. So 450, the 400 mark right there. So here's our clean chart. Next level is going to be the 350 down here. There's not much going on here. Price is just stuck at the session. So this whole area right here is a complete red flag. You can see how price is having trouble getting past this area because there's a bunch of red flags right here. We have the London high, Asia high, and New York high right here, all in one area. So there's no market flow entries here to take yet. In order for me to take a market flow, price needs to come down pretty heavy. It needs to come down to this below the pivots and then come down further from there. It's the only area I'll look for a market flow entry down here. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Again, there's no need to force anything. Like I said, I'm just focusing on like one good entry, or trying to focus on one good entry. If this candle here closes green, this could be a V1 variation pattern, another reversal back to the upside. Ideally, that's what I'd like to see. So I'd like to see this close green. If it doesn't, then we'll continue to wait. But if the candle does close green, possible V1 variation reversal pattern. So you've got 30 seconds left on this candle. All right, 10 seconds left. So no V1 pattern there. No V1 pattern for reversal yet. Here's one thing too. If we get a big green candle right here, this will be a V2, V3 pattern. It's going to be like an engulfing reversal. Or I might take that back. So no longer there because this candle here pushed back further. You'd have to have a low with the red candle and then an engulfing green candle for it to provide that reversal pattern. The volatility here is pretty flat, so I'm not really expecting too much here right now. Price is getting below the pivots though, so like I said earlier, we may have opportunity here for a sell. Ideally, I'd like to take a buy, but if we get a sell opportunity here, I won't shy away from it. All right, let's see what happens here. Not too much going on. So again, we have two different ranges here. We have the upper range, which is up here. And then we have lower range, which is down here. All right, there's nothing going on here. So just gotta wait it out, guys. The volatility should pick up eventually. It's 7 o'clock right now, so this is typically where the volatility starts to slow down a bit. We have a pending buy signal on this candle. So if this candle closes with the buy signal, then we may be able to start looking for some buys here. Again, I need price to climb up a bit higher. Ideally, this is what I'd be looking for anyway. So once this buy signal here closes, I'll look for it to push up a bit higher, provide opportunity for that continuation back to the upside. Basically a continuation back into the upper range, right? That's going to be the target area for price to push to. We have the range up here. See the possible fake out right here, pull back into the range. So ideally, that's where we want price to go anyways. Back into this upper range. We just need that buy signal there to close. And it's closed right there. There's no opportunity here for entry yet because it's right at the session. So ideally, I'd like it to climb up a bit higher before we have some entries here for setup. So I'll look for this here to climb up a little bit. And then possibly on the next candle, we'll look for entry for a market flow. All right, I'll be looking for a possible market flow in the next candle here. To retrace down a little bit at least. Go. Right, not quite. Probably on the next candle. This has 30 seconds left on it, but I need the retracement to come down a little further. Come down closer to the pivot. It doesn't have to necessarily touch the pivot, but it has to just come close to this area down here because it just sets up for retracement and continuation back to the upside. So probably on the next candle here, see if it swings down at all. All right, I'll put my pending order right here
Order submitted.
in case it swings back up. It's got 40 seconds on it, so it's got some time. See if the volatility holds. It's got 30 seconds left. So it might happen on the next candle. If it's not on this one, it'll probably happen on the next one down here. All right, just cancel my order.
Order canceled.
No entry here yet. So let's see if I got a setup for the next candle here. I'm not putting an order in yet, guys. I have it.
Order submitted.
It's above. If price swings down and swings back up, I'll be looking to move it. So I'll move it here now. So I have my market flow entry set up right here. All right, it is now filled.
Order filled.
TP's at 19. And this would be dropped down to 89. All right, so the trade's running right now. It's pushing up. See if the volatility here continues to hold. So the volatility here, again, it's just a slow market. This is why I don't like trading in the summer, because I don't like getting caught in the chop. When you get caught in the sideways move like this, it just becomes an issue because the stop loss is so tight. Hoping it just bounces off and continues climbing, but I'd rather know within like the first couple minutes than have to hold on to this position for like, 5-10 minutes. Because when you hold on to it for more than, I guess, like 3 minutes, I think 3 minutes is like the threshold for a scalp move. Currently, we're in it for about 2 minutes now. When it gets to that 3-minute point, it starts to become really tricky because the stop loss is so tight. If you were using the original TP stop loss at 1030 split, I'd feel more comfortable to just hold it because I could let it breathe. But because our stop loss is so tight at 15 points, it just becomes an issue because it's too tight and you have to cover the spread as well. So I'm not sure if this here will play through. Let's see if it plays through. If it doesn't, it's fine. Again, I'm taking half risk on this trade. All right, so I hit my stop loss. It's all good. So let me just take a screenshot of that right there. Again, the volatility here is just not very high. It's stuck within this range. So I'm currently at -1, I believe, for this week. We're stuck in this range right here. I mean, it sucks, but this is the type of market we're currently stuck in. So I'm not going to increase my contract size until we get closer to, like, say, September. By like mid-September, I'll increase my contract size. I'll stick to like one trade. But right now, it's really just trading water. That's how I kind of that's how I've been looking at this here. So loss happened right here. Entry happened at 7:10. And again, these entries just happen to get stuck in this sideways move. So we have a sell signal right here. I still have one more opportunity to take a trade. So I got one more try. I'll look for one more trade. Hopefully I'll be able to take advantage of that one. And then that trade will hopefully bring my profit back into break even for the day. So I'll keep my risk at half risk for now until we start to get some directional move. But as you guys can see, there's just not very much going on here. It's just sideways. It's hard to tell because, like, for example, this entry over here. So our entry happened on this green candle right here, right? This could have really gone either way. I mean, obviously we're in a big range right here, but this could easily just climb back up higher, right? And that's what I was expecting. But because our volatility is so low, it just ends up going sideways. So I'll look for another opportunity right here. We have a sell signal that's currently active. So in order for me to take some sells, I need price to climb below here. Or if we get another buy signal, I'll be looking for price to, again, give me another opportunity for it to climb back up higher, maybe to the next range or the upper range right here. All right. Yeah, exactly. Drew said nothing really influencing any direction. I agree. There's no news today either, so there's no catalyst really pushing price in either direction. So price just keeps going back and forth. But this is normal for a summer market, guys. So like, don't worry because this is going to go away. Once summer is over, you're going to start to see some direction to the upside, or you're going to see some direction to the downside. But as of now, this is normal for market conditions in the summer. My summer is usually like slight profit break-even summer. So this is nothing different from, let's see. So let's check our stats from last year. Okay, so stats from last August. We had 13 wins, 6 losses, 68.4% win rate. There was decent profit, but it wasn't like, and I took less trades. So you can see over here from from August of last year, I only took 19 trades. For this month so far, I've taken almost 60 trades, or if not more than 60 trades. So that's why my win-loss ratio is a lot tighter. Right here, you can see it was actually pretty decent for last August. And then you can see over here in September, we started to increase the trades a little more. So we had 19 trades in August, and then we had 23 trades here in September. October is a little bit of a slow month. We took bigger trades during this time. So we took the high-low scalp V2s, and we made a lot more profit, and the win-loss ratio is pretty high. But yeah, for the most part, you can see over here during the summer, I think August is probably one of the worst months every year. So right here in July, we had an 88% win rate. August, we had a 68% win rate. September, 82% win rate. Our normal win rate's like above 80%, but it seems like every August it's just really low. So I'm not too worried about this right now in the market. It's just this is how the market's currently moving, and this is what we have to work with. So if I get a break-even month, that's fine. I'm just going to tread water until we get to September. All right, so another possible opportunity here for a market flow entry. It's just the volatility here is very low again. So I'm hoping that the entry here, if I do get into something, it'll actually push. So price hasn't retraced right here yet. Looking for a market flow entry here. Probably not going to happen on this candle, maybe on the next one. So we'll give it another shot here. Yeah, nice. Kevin said this could be a breakout V3, good confluence. Yeah. So there we go, the breakout V3 continuation confluence right there. This could initiate a push to the upside. So I'll be looking for possible entry right here for market flow. Swing down a little bit. Man, this volatility just flat. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. So no market flow here yet. I'm gonna just put a pending order here and I'm gonna drag it, because it might happen on the next candle, not this one.
Order submitted.
So it'll probably happen on the next candle here. All right, I'll put it up right there again. I got my pending order right here. Swings back up. It's got 40 seconds left on the candle. It's got a lot of time. $30 seconds left on the candle. 20 seconds, got a lot of time still. All right, it's not looking like it's gonna fill, guys. I'm gonna cancel it.
Order canceled.
Cancel my order right there. It's now at the sessions. Hate summer. I hate summer market. So you guys can see over here, there's no direction. Price is now just consolidating within this area. Yeah, there's no direction here at all. So just gonna draw some structure here. All right, you guys can see the consolidation. There's just nothing going on here. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get another entry. I was hoping I'd get one more entry to bring myself back to break even for the day, but just the way the market's currently moving, it's not looking like we're gonna get that. which is all good. Like I said, this is a time where it's better to just tread the water or tread the market, I guess, whatever you want to call it, because you're going to end up at break even either way. You're going to have some entries that'll come up, and then you'll end up at break even, or you'll end up at a slight profit, or even a slight loss. But the thing that I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to limit my trades because I'm just having way too many trades. And by having too many trades, it's screwing with my commissions and stuff. Like we did the math yesterday. It's crazy how much I paid in commissions this year because I've taken 60 trades now, I think. So let's see, I'll do the math here again. So I think it's 1 point per per trade basically in commissions. So I'm taking 7 contracts times 5. So basically 35 per trade, which is how much I'm paying, about 35, but then you multiply that times 60 trades. So I paid over 2,100 in commissions this month. That's just commissions. And this is like on my personal account. So I'm literally paying out this much, even though I'm in profit with gross profit, I'm paying this much in commissions. So I got to tone it down a bit. It's just not worth the risk. I mean, if they were all wins, great, but it's a back and forth movement here for the summer. And we've already seen from my stats, this is typically what happens during the summer for August. All right, so we might have an opportunity here for a sell. We got some volatility here. This is a low impact news event, so I'm not really going to care about it too much. But again, I need price to kind of drop down a little further because we're right at the session still. Need price to come down a little more, retrace, come back down further. But yeah, I'm hoping I get to this break even. Even if I get to the break even, I'm still going to pay an arm and a leg in commission. So, yeah, I mean, sucks. All right, so we have a possible. There was a high-low scalp that came up right here. You guys noticed that, but it was like right at the line of the pivots. There's another high-low scalp that came up right here, but again, like I said, because of the market movement, I probably wouldn't take these trades without a 10-30 split or with a wider stop loss. So if you have a 10-30 split like this, like we normally used to take, you have enough leeway here to kind of catch your trade. But if you're doing a 15-15, it makes it quite a bit of a risk because it's too tight, especially if it goes sideways. Even if the V1 variations here. All right, let's see what we got over here. We may have opportunity here for a market flow entry for a sell. So I'll be looking for that retracement. And it seems like every day this week I've been at like break even or like slight profit. And that's kind of what's eating into my profits because like every time I end the week and break even, I still got to pay commissions no matter what. So hoping to get at least like a net 2 win this week because a net 2 win will cover commissions and give me slight profit, but break even or even a 1 win is probably gonna set me back if I'm taking like 10 or 20 trades that week. Because 1 win barely gives me like 525 in profit, and that's not even counting commissions. So realistically, I'm getting like maybe closer to 400. All right, so let's see what we got here. Looking for price to swing up, come back down. Don't have that swing up yet. Yeah, it's actually a good idea, Kenny. So Kenny said maybe increase your second trade TP by 1 point. Yeah, no, that does make sense. I think I should always have that. I should always have it up by at least 1 point to cover the commissions because it usually blasts right through anyways. Like when I have a 15-15 like this, it usually pushes right through it. So it does make sense. Yeah, I might have to start incorporating that. Thanks, Kenny. I didn't even think about that because 1 point isn't like going to make a world of a difference, but it's going to at least cover the fees. All right, so we got price coming closer down here, guys. If it gets too close to the sessions right here, probably not going to be any opportunity for us to take entry. I'll be looking for it to swing up, come back down, but I don't want to be cutting into the red flags over here. All right, there's a possible opportunity here for market flow. Let's put my pending order right there just in case it comes back down.
Order submitted.
Candle has 36 seconds left on it. It's got a lot of time. Pending buy signal here. So let's see if it fills. If it doesn't fill, let's cancel it, of course. We've got 20 seconds left on the candle. 15 seconds. All right, looks like it filled for me here.
Order filled.
The entry wasn't good though.
Order filled.
Make some adjustments here. So let's see, I gotta move this up to 32. That looks fine. Let me check this real quick. So 32. It's just it's different on my actual personal account. So I executed the trade on my personal account, but it's different from the Apex over here. Apex is off by like a point or two, I think. Which is all good. All right, so price is coming down right now. It's hoping the volatility stays up because the volatility here again, like I said, I don't want it to go sideways. I'm expecting a push, but all right, full TP right there, guys. So I'm back at break even for the day. There you go, the money sound. Full TP right there. So I'm back at break even. Like I said, guys, this is a break even a month for me. Well, not a break even month, but the summer markets are typically like break even for me, which unfortunately isn't like what I like, but I mean, it is what it is. So I'm back at break even for the day.
Order filled.
I don't know why one of my trades are still running. All right, I had to close out of that one manually, but basically the same thing. All right, so I'm at break even for the day. It's not the not the best, but it's all good. I'll take the break even. I'll keep looking for entries here, but if I don't see anything good, I'm not going to force anything. Okay with the break even for now. All right, so this entry came up at 7:29. Right before news. News is right here at 7:30. It was just low impact gas stock change, guys, so it's not really a big deal, but I'll mark it up anyways. And here we are back into the consolidation. Clean this up. So you could probably expect a fake out here, pull back into the range. All right, guys, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat. Again, today's a break-even day for me, so kind of just taking it as is. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep looking for entries here, but I'm not really expecting too much because for one, the volatility is dead, like we talked about. For two, there's a bunch of red flags here. So if I'm looking for a buy entry, I'm not gonna be able to take anything right here in the middle. And then this is gonna be tricky down here as well. All right, we got a buy signal right here. Again, like I said, it's going to be tricky in this area because of the red flags. So, I mean, even though we have a buy signal, I don't think you're going to be able to catch market flow anywhere on this area. We actually need to push up a bit higher. And at this point, price might be overextended at this area up here. So we got a buy signal here. I guess we'll kind of see where this goes. But let me see. So let me go ahead and measure to see how far price is pushed so far. Market open right here at 6:30. So it's had a drop of about 70 points. It's got a push up of about 127 points. So a little more volatility compared to yesterday, but still not as good. The volatility is still pretty low. Typically 100 points are like pushed within the first, couple seconds or a couple moments of market open. But yeah, we're not really getting that today. Fuck. So right now I'm still at like negative 106 because of the commissions. So even though I'm at break even, I'm at negative 106 because of my commissions. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like if every time I end up in break even, I'm still gonna pay like an arm and a leg in commissions. So I think taking more trades is less beneficial. I should have changed it to what you said, Kenny, but it's okay because it barely hit the 15 points on this specific trade. But yeah, I have two options. I have two options to kind of recuperate my profits. I can do what Kenny's doing, where he mentioned, basically take a 16-15, or my other option is to focus on just one good trade and increase my contract size. Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna have, it's gonna be balanced out. If I'm taking like one good trade for 5 days, and I have more good trades than not, then ideally I'll be in profit by the end of the week. So, but this is not the type of market that I want to be doing that in. So I'm not going to do that until probably next month, because you guys can see here, there's no need to bank on just one trade in a sideways market like this. Because if you're banking on one trade in a sideways market like this, it's going to be super tricky, because You guys can see how this is moving here, obviously. Like it's really easy to get stopped out, especially if your TP stop loss is super close. The only way I would bank on one trade is if like I had a big TP stop loss, like maybe the 100-point move or something like that. But the 15-15 is just a little tight. Let's see. Talanji is asking, is there an actual direct reason why the markets are always slower during the summer? Is it less traders or something else? Yeah, I mean, you're exactly on point. It's not that there's less traders. Retail doesn't really push price around. It just means that there's no bigger players in the market. So there's not as many market institutions or big whales that are trading in the market right now because they're all on vacation, right? Vacation for summer. It's like that saying, I forgot the saying. Let me just Google it real quick. I think it's like buy in May and go away. Yeah, that's the saying. So the saying is called buy in May, go away. So typically you'll buy in May and then like the bigger players will buy in May and then they'll go away for the rest of the summer because it's May, June, July, August, September. So you can probably look it up. I mean, it's on Investopedia. I just typed in buy in May, but it's a saying that like, people will buy before summer and then in summer they go away, then they come back in the fall. So it's been a saying since like, if you could look it up, it's been a saying since like 1950s. So it's been a tradition since then. But yeah, typically everybody in the summer is usually slow because people go on vacation. And especially like the institutions and market makers and the whales, they have the money to go on vacation on these crazy vacations. So they can just go away for like 2, 3, 4 months and then come back when the fall season comes back in session. Yeah, exactly. Solange said, yeah, right. It makes sense. Business is slow for everybody during the summer due to holidays, not just the markets, but every type of business. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everything's slow except for like, travel business or like vacation business or tourism and stuff like that, because everyone's on vacation. So that's where everybody is spending money on that type of stuff. But it's been like this every summer. It's like, I think the only summer that this wasn't happening was during COVID because nobody could do anything this summer, right? Everyone was just home. So that was pretty much that was a fun summer actually. So like that summer, I made the most money in the summer because the markets were volatile all summer long, and most of us didn't have anything to do anyways. A lot of us were just, trading all day. I remember in the summer we used to trade, like my sessions used to go on for like 3 hours. I would trade from like 6:30 up until like noon, like lunchtime, like the entire market, because the market was just volatile the entire time. Obviously, we don't do that anymore, but if you guys were around during that time, it was pretty fun because we were just hanging out all day. Like we didn't have anything else to do, right? We had to stay home because of COVID lockdowns. So we kind of just we just kind of stayed active in the chat and everyone was just kind of trading all day long. Yeah, you remember that, Solange, right? When you were on Telegram. Like you'd come back and then the chat would be filled with like thousands of messages because everyone would just be hanging out. I mean, we'll see. Maybe there'll be another lockdown with this monkeypox thing. Hopefully not, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past us for something like that to happen again. Let's see. CJ said, hopefully next week, most of them will be back since Labor Day marks the last summer holiday. Yeah, I agree, CJ. So, and it's also NFP week. So I think next week will be a lot more volatile. You can see right here, there's nothing going on. Price is going sideways, guys. There's no need to force anything. Plus, you have the sessions all right here in the middle. This is another sign where you can see that there's no volatility in the market. The sessions should not be this close together, right? The sessions are usually pretty spread out. But when the sessions are all jammed up in one area right here, this just shows you that there's nothing going on because the Asia sessions should be nowhere near the New York session, and the New York session should be nowhere near the London session because these are like completely different times of the day. So, and like the fact right here that the Asia low, let's just measure this real quick. So look at the Asia low right here. You measure with the Asia high. This shows that the Asia session only moved 56 points. And the Asia session is like, let's see. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 11 hours. During 11 hours, this is how much it moved, 56 points. So, these are just clear examples of like no volatility, sideways market. This is usually where a lot of people blow accounts. I've seen a lot of people blow accounts in the summer because they just get impatient. They can't wait for their entries to come up because price just goes sideways and they're like, oh, I think this will come down a little bit. They take the trade, it loses, or they take the trade up and then it loses. And the only way to prevent that is to not trade. That's kind of the situation that we're in right now. Let's see, question from Joe. Joe's asking, how can I take the 100-point move on TradingView without risking as much as you are? My unit box is set to 12. Should I increase the number? How do I widen the trade without such high risk? I'm on a 150K account. So let's see. Are you taking one contract, Joe? Or how much are you looking to risk? Like, what's your risk on there? Here, I'll look it up here. So you're taking, because I'm taking a 3-unit on mine, right? So I'm taking a 3-unit on mine. I'm risking about 1,500. If you take, like, I'm not sure what your risk is because I am trading on a 150K account too. So this is the risk that I'm taking. Top step only goes up to 150K. So I am on 150K. You can go lower if you want to do 500. I mean, I'm doing 3 units. Risk is at 540. So is 1 unit too much for you? So here's the thing. I mean, obviously you can only go to 1 unit here. If this is too much for you, then you can trade on the micro. So instead of trading YM, you trade on MYM. So if you go to MYM, it's the same thing. MYM is YM, it's just a micro. So if you want to risk less than that, like I said right here, you're going for a 100-point move. If you want to risk less than 500, then you can go to like 5 contracts, you risk 250. So that's how you would change it. It's the same thing. The movement is going to be the same for MYM and YM. It's just you'll be trading the micro instead of the so look at the candles here, they don't change. It's just you can take lower risk on MYM, but it's the same exact thing. So if you want to risk less than 500, you can go to MYM. But I mean, the lowest you can go on YM would be 500. That'd be 1 contract. I'm taking 3 contracts on mine because it's on the eval phase on Top Step. So obviously I'm trying to get it over with. But yeah, if you need to go lower than 500, then just drop down to the MYM. That'll allow you to take lower risk. Yeah, no problem, Joe. I know it's kind of confusing because you can't use it's not like forex or indices where you can just take a partial contract size. You can't take like a like a 0.3 lot. You have to take like a full contract. So you just have to use a different symbol. All right, guys, so there's not really too much happening here. As you guys can see, price is still going sideways. I think I'm going to be done. Well, I am done trading on my account. I'm at break even for the day, so I'm not going to risk anymore. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, feel free to hop into the chat. If you guys want me to cover anything, review any strategies, anything like that, feel free to hop into the chat. A lot of people have been asking if I can go back to, if I would ever go back to teaching again. I don't really want to teach, but I think I'll, if we have enough people who want me to teach again, I'll probably go back and teach again. Maybe I'll hold another mastermind or whatever that thing is. What do we have? Mentoring incubator. So maybe we'll do that again and we'll focus mainly on these market flow type entries. It's just not the good market, right? It's not a good market to teach in right now because we're in the summer. I know some of you guys want me to teach like the higher time frame trades. I still trade higher. Well, I can still trade higher time frames. I just don't trade it. But yeah, if you guys still trade forex, I mean, you guys can see here the strategies are still working perfectly fine if it's something that you guys want to trade. Like all of the old strategies that we've done in the past, they still work perfectly fine, guys. You guys don't have to, if you guys don't want to trade futures, you don't have to trade futures. It's just for me personally, it works with my schedule because I don't want to be on the charts all day anymore. Like if you guys remember, like we talked with with Talanji, like back then we used to trade forex, and forex is a 24-hour market. So like we would literally be on the market all day trading, and I would trade on the higher time frames, like the 4 hours. So I'd be on the chart like basically every 4 hours, and I'd give analysis on like what I'd be looking for. Maybe in the future I'll do that again because it's not necessarily a hard thing for me to do. I can hop on like every couple hours and I can just give you guys analysis. Like for example, here there's a high-low scalp, price broke below the structure, sell signal. You take that there for a sell, obviously. You ride this for about like 60 points or whatever it would be. I forget what we do it. We put this at the swing, right? If you guys remember trading this way, I mean, the strategies still work perfectly fine. And you can see right there, they still work perfectly. So if you wanted to take this as a pivot scalp, you can take it as a pivot scalp. It works right there as well. Pivot scalp entry. If you wanted to take it as a high-low scalp, you can take that as a high-low scalp. If you want to take V1 variations, right? There's a V1 variation right here. Put this at the swing, 100 points. Like the strategies work perfectly fine, guys. If you guys want to trade forex, I actually looked back into forex because I was thinking, okay, maybe I should look for some Asia strategies. But if you want to trade on the higher time frames, forex is going to be the option, right? If you want to trade on like the 4 hour or the daily, you trade forex. You can't do this on futures. So if you trade futures like we're trading right now, it's not possible because they close out your positions by the end of the day. So like the way that we're trading now works perfectly fine for futures, but it doesn't work well with like forex because forex is like if you trade on the 1 minute for UJ, this thing's not going to move. I mean, there's entries there, but the spread's so high that it makes it almost impossible for you to catch these trades. So, I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever you guys want. Maybe at some point, my wedding's this week, guys. So just a reminder, my wedding's this week, so I'm not gonna be able to do it this week. I probably won't be able to do it next week either. But in the future, I will come, like we'll have a session. I'll just have a Zoom with you guys and I'll ask you guys what you guys want me to do because I can trade on any time frame. I can trade any asset, I can trade on any time frame. Some of you guys want me to trade gold, some of you guys want me to trade forex, some of you guys want me to trade futures. I can trade whatever. I can teach you exactly what you need to know to trade what you're trading. So if you want to trade forex, I can probably have a private session with you and I can ask you, okay, what do you want to trade? Like what asset do you want to trade? What time frame you want to trade on? And I can show you exact strategies because I can trade on anything. Like if I want to trade on the 4 hour, like I said here, I can take V1 variations. Like if I'm trading on the 4 hour, one of the main strategies I'll be looking for are V1 variations. You can see here they work out perfect. V1 double body rejection, easy win right there, right? There's like, and then another one right here. So there's one right here. That's a full TP. There's another one right here. That's a full TP. Because the thing is, I do like trading. I mean, I do like teaching, but I don't like teaching like where I'm kind of forced to teach, right? I'd rather teach like I'd rather help someone and learn exactly what they're doing. I don't really like doing the generic teaching anymore because obviously my strategies don't work for everybody. It works for the person who likes to trade my way. So if you trade my way and you like to scalp, obviously these market flow entries will work perfect for you. But if you're too stressed out to trade these types of strategies, then trade a swing strategy or trade a day trading strategy like the 4 hour time frame. Because I can teach you guys how to do that stuff. It's not that difficult. You have to ask me the right questions. You can't just ask me what am I doing and wonder why it's not working for you. Because you can see over here, like I'll just show you all the V1 variations. V1 variation, there's another V1 variation setting up right here. Double body rejection, double body rejection, double body rejection right there. These are all full TPs, right? Full TP right there. Full TP right here. So if you want to swing trade, I think V1 variations, and you can trade zone to zone as well. Zone to zone actually works good in this type of market right now, but it's just a lot of work to drop the zones and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to trade forex, I can teach you how to trade forex. If you want to trade gold, I mean, I don't like gold very much, but I can teach you how to trade it. Like I wouldn't trade it myself, but I can teach you how to trade it if that's something that you want to trade. If you want to trade gold on the indices market, you can see over here the same strategy that I just showed you guys, V1 variations. They work here too. So right there, double body rejection off that lower low. Like you just got to find what works for you. If you want to trade on the daily chart, I can also teach you how to trade on the daily chart. The daily chart is probably the easiest chart to trade on, but you just have to have enough patience to wait for these entries. Like you can see over here on the daily chart, these V1 variations still hit very often, right? So I just pointed out two V1 variations right there. You just have to wait a couple days for these to come up. But if you wanted to take something like this, I mean, it works perfectly fine. You would just have to be patient and let the trade run through. Like again, right here, there's another V1 variation. Right there. So yeah, guys, we'll have that, I'll sit down with you guys at some point in the future and we'll just kind of see where we'll take this. I don't mind teaching you guys very specific. Like if one person wants to learn a specific way, I can teach you, but yeah, I don't really like to force like the thing that I've told you guys in the past is like don't ever force a strategy on yourself, right? If these scalping strategies don't work for you, then just don't do it because you're forcing something that's not going to flow with your trading style. I get it. The 1 minute is kind of stressful and it's kind of hard to trade on unless you're like really good at it, but it's not super difficult. Like you can learn it. If the 1 minute's hard, then go on the 5 minute. Same strategies work here on the 5 minute. It's just it's going to be hard to find these entries on the futures market because they don't always come up. So let me see if there's anything else over here. Yeah, Solange said he does miss the snipes. The snipes are good entries. I mean, they're solid. I think we did that a lot in the summer too. So the thing with the snipe entries, Solange, is that it's kind of similar to the market flow entries, right? So like with the snipe entries, we were looking for sell signals and then looking for rejection off the pivot, right? So it kind of lines up with what we're already doing. So it does line up with the market flows. It's just with the market flows, I'm looking for entries right at the higher point. So you can kind of see that a lot of these strategies, they tie in with each other. They're just different entry points. So yeah, no, snipes were one of our favorites back. I think that was like 2 or 3 summers ago. They still work fine. It's just they're harder to find because you have to like really pay attention to like what's going on in the market. Joe's asking, do you have your old teaching sessions on Discord? Yeah. So if you go over here, so Joe, go to live mentoring sessions right here, and then scroll up to the top, and it has a whole playlist right here. So just go to the first post, and you click on this right here. It'll pull up the entire playlist of every mentoring session that we've had. So you can see over here, I've had over 223 mentoring sessions. It's a lot of mentoring sessions. So if you want to go back and just watch old stuff, you can go back and watch the old stuff. You can see over here for 2024, I didn't really have very many mentoring sessions because I just stopped teaching. But if you go back, to 2023, 2022, 2021, I have over like 200 mentoring sessions on here. Goes all the way back to 2022. So if you want to look it up, feel free. I'll even post the link over here in the Discord if you want quicker access to it. But yeah, on the Discord here, just go to the Discord, zoom up or scroll up, and it'll be right here with pretty much every mentoring session I've had over the years. All right, guys, it's about to be 8 o'clock. There's nothing going on here. As you guys can see, there's no entries that came up. I was hopefully looking for some entries here, but because the volatility is so low, there's just no need to force anything. Price is still going sideways. As you can see over here on our clean chart, it's a little more obvious. So we got that right there. That right there. So there's a structure right there, as you guys can see. There's nothing going on. Price just going back and forth. Back and forth. And I think I'll leave it at that. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out on Discord. Today was a break-even day for us. Going back to our main chart, we had one trade over here that was a loss. Unfortunately, we got stuck in the chop. And then price down here, we had a sell that came up and it went to our full TP before it went into the chop right here. So we got in and out very quickly, went back into the consolidation, and now it's just been consolidating since. So like for the past 30 minutes, price has just been going sideways. And there's just no need to force any trades here. So, all right, guys, break even day for the day. I'll take it at that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow for the next live session.